I don't know when we hit our next time zone, but the sun should be rising straight in front of us if we're going, but we aren't. So exactly in front of us. Well, let's watch it. Let's see what. Look at the blue skies. Another. Oops. Gosh darn it. Another day. Had just a little sprinkle last night. All right, let's get going on the road here. This gas station isn't serving coffee yet. They're not open yet with people in it working. So we go. We go. Poplar. I'm the town of Poplar. Someday I want to be popular and poplar. Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, good times. Still have just a little bit of coffee from yesterday, and it is super strong. So I am immediately jacked. Got a little energy for a little while. Let's take advantage. Good morning, America. Town of Brute. Is that what that said? 11 miles. Got a big glare coming. Gonna be. I got my glasses on already. Nebagaman. Is that how you pronounce that? Nebagaman. The name of this lake could be a Pokemon. Yeah, it could be a name for a Pokemon. Whoa. I had a bunch of Pokemon cards that burned up in the fire. I had no idea what they were worth. My son does. And it's all good. Only regret with the baseball cards was how much time I spent organizing them, alphabetizing them, associating them with other cards like themselves and putting them in binders. And God, so much time up into my brain, you know. Mm. Yeah, we're pointed in a diagonal downward a little bit, and that's why the sun is off to the left. But it'll go back and forth between being right in front of us and then off to the right. Big old Lake Superior off to my left. The largest freshwater lake in the world. Wonder how fresh that water is, though. Would I want to swim in it? Should I avoid swimming in it? One can only wonder. The town of Maple is unincorporated. It's a strange thing, the incorporation of a town or a city or a county. I don't fully understand it. The county of Maui is incorporated. like a corporation, right? No, that's just seems, I don't know, strange. I don't understand why government gets incorporated, but all right, all right. Do, 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 do. Sometimes in Maui, chickens will cross in front of the road. And when that happens, I just pull over for a second and then I just scream, "Why?" Chickens crossing the road everywhere. Beautiful chickens. All right, what am I doing? 60 miles an hour, 65. What's the speed limit? I don't know. Is weed legal in Wisconsin? I don't know. Definitely some good cheese curds around. Now, in Hawaii, if you go to a gas station, there's a good chance they will have um, masubi, spam masubi. Like every gas station has different kinds of snack food. Well, in Wisconsin, every gas station has cheese curds. You can count on that. Reckon I'll probably be snacking on some cheese curds soon. They're probably all over in Minnesota too, but you know, Blueberry Road. It's a nice name for a road, Blueberry Road. Tiny little homes that have been left to rot. Sure is interesting. Those homes that have been abandoned. What's the story there? All right, got a little bit of this rocket fuel left from last night. I did just sleep. I don't know, like maybe 4 hours, 4.5 hours at a rest stop. There were about 6 other cars there overnight. Everyone doing their best to be comfortable in the front seat of their car. Bellwood Antiques. Just the antique stores would be an interesting study. I think it would be fun. In the future, I think I'm going to try to take on two projects. I'd love to, produce, because it would be easy if you're already driving around, and it would just be pictures taken and then arranged later. To do like a coffee table book, right? You could do a coffee table book that was dedicated just to America's town squares, which are their own fascinating reality. Every town has a different town square, if it has a town square. In Lahaina Town, the town square is the banyan tree. That's a pretty interesting one, for instance. Um, in Arcata and Humboldt County, California, it's just a big open space, kind of like in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, that has the antlers. And then there's Prescott, Arizona, that's got the classic town square with the perfect square government building right in the middle of it, and statues of war heroes around it, and events in the park all the time. I mean, every town square is different, right? So that would be a cool book, I think. That was also somewhat educational, would take you around the country And then, of course, an informative book, a book of the history of the United States as told by rest stops, which could again would just be a series of pictures of the placards that, and you just maybe take the text off of that and just put it on the paper. You don't have to write anything, and that would be a cool book too. I tell you what, gosh darn, gee whiz heck, sun gun. Oh, all right, here we go. The endless videos, live forever as we drive across the United States of America. Only, only, according to my phone, 6 hours and 48 minutes exactly of drive time between now and Mackinac Bridge, which apparently I just read a few messages. First time I've read any messages in a few days. Luckily, I have to be careful with that because of my, you know, the side effects of the trauma or whatever. I get pissed off. So if there's someone in there that's, which there inevitably will be from time to time, people making some mean comments. I don't take shit easy, especially right now. That's why I avoid, trouble because I might not be able to meter myself as well as I would like. So, but then again, right after I respond all pissed off, then I'm like, okay, Craig, I'll go back hopefully and delete it pretty soon, and then I'll go in and I can like whatever hide this user, delete that comment. Like I have editorial powers that I just and I can go right back to their page and leave a comment for them right on their page that nobody else has to see. But yeah, it doesn't serve me well. So lately, I've kind of been not reading too many comments. I'm sorry because a lot of you leave really nice comments directed at me, and I read those comments. But if there's one in there from some fucking asshole, not good for me. So around fucking insulting the shit out of each other. Small town living, that's not normal. Oh man, it's a beautiful day. Look at that. There's not a cloud in the sky. I don't know where they all went. They all went away. Yeah. Yesterday there was clouds. Right now there's none, and the moon is almost non-existent. Just a little sliver up there. You can see it. All right. I think it's just about time I put on. Look at that color. My sunglasses. My cheap sunglasses. $20 polarized glasses. God, I wished I'd brought my Maui gyms out of the fire. They were on, they were off, and when I took them off last, they were left in the house. Darn it. Oh, gee whiz. Mm. All right, driving into the sunrise. It's going to get bright. There's going to be a glare. What's this here speed limit? I'm doing 65. Wonder what the speed limit is. All right, so I'm supposed to stay on this for the next 29 miles. And then there's a fork in the road, and I'm to go right. I love all these like holes, left behind by the glaciers that just become these little ponds and lakes. Not good for the mosquitoes, probably, but pretty cool just as a topography goes. Figure it might be good for your your grazing cattle to have these little piles of water everywhere. All right, 55. We're working with a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. Okay, we're doing 60. Ooh, passing lane ahead. Ugh. I think I'll let this guy behind me pass me right away, and then I'll follow him on by. There's so few cars on the road, you can pass pretty easily regardless. But all right, let's let this guy pass. Go get him, buddy. Go get him. Go, go, go. All right, I'm right behind you, Mr. Kia. You gonna pass this guy or what? Boy, you are slow to act. You don't step on it, you are not gonna make it. All right, beautiful. Deep Lake Road. I suppose Deep Lake is over here to the right. She's probably lakes everywhere. Republicans who murder religion. Right. Woo. Funny thing is, with the camera on, oh, look at that. That's a pretty little lake river thing on my right. Whatever that is, I don't know. Well, this is all just vacation land. I get the sense, from here on out, everywhere around me is going to be beautiful, everything, happy people living their best life up here in the Upper Peninsula. Mixed in with some down to earth blue collar workers. All right. Henny Penny Chicken. Henny Penny Chicken. We're all going to meet down there at the Henny Penny. North Lake Community Clinic. Thank you to all library book sale now, Vaughn. We couldn't do it without you. Okay. Nobody with a sense of humor on that board. Welcome. Motel open. Again, no sense of humor. Sometimes people that run those signs are funny and they put a funny message up, and that's always good. Just saw three of those signs. Bam, bam, bam. Those old school, letter signs that are on churches and whatnot, like this one here. Ask us about listing concierge. We're doing 30 miles an hour and at 25. Ooh, 35. I can do 35. And every home has trucks and SUVs, if they even have a car, because that's what you need. Rustic resort, little cabins. That'd be fun. Be fun to be with my kids right now, showing them this, having an adventure with them. I suspect what my kids are both experiencing, moving out of the house and finding their way would help them to appreciate a trip like this even more. Um, yeah, beautiful park over on my right. Might as well be a rest stop. Get all the trees though. There's gonna be trees, trees, and more trees. I reckon basically from Mission to the East Coast and on down, right of Michigan is just trees everywhere. Unlike Nevada, where you can see out for 40 miles. Whew. And noticeably, no clouds in the sky. Pretty cool. Pretty good weather. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I thought for sure I'd run into some kind of bad weather, but really none. Mm. All right, we are kicking ass, taking names, putting in the miles. I am 3 days, 72 hours plus 5, so, or 3. So I am 75 hours in, and I've done almost 35